Hi, my name's James O'Neill. Doing this video. It's Monday, the 11th of August. Up and down. I'll shorten it so it doesn't bounce as much. So, on my way to work. I've had 3 really quiet days. By instinct, I've not done anything. And I feel a lot better for it. Sometimes you think, oh, I've got to push my body, I've got to do this. Sometimes I think, no, instinct. And not been on any walks on my days off, but that's because last week I screwed up and I got sunstroke. And it knocked me back for days. Knocked me back for nearly a week. But my body feels a lot better now. And there's the old Sicilian. I love looking at that on the way to work. You know, gives this town a bit of character. Anyway, this video. Not done a video for a couple of days, but I'm going to recommend a video to watch. Now this one will be short. I'm going to recommend a Tommy Sheridan video from yesterday. And I might call this video, I don't know, I'd rather chew my own bollocks off. And that's what he says about something in the video. And it's a reassuring video actually about those of us who've quietly stuck to our guns and not really got involved with what's been going on. We've had opinions because we're entitled to opinions. It's like somebody said in comments the other day, if you don't vote you're not allowed to have an opinion. Well, no, I'm sorry. You are allowed to have an opinion, but not voting is voting. Not voting is voting that you have no confidence, no belief in the politicians that are on offer. I think in Australia they actually have a box that says none of the above. And in Australia you are forced to vote. And you get a $1,000 fine if you don't vote. So you have to go and vote so that you can tick the box none of the above. So it doesn't affect the vote. It doesn't affect democracy. All it is it's like a tick box that lets them know they've maybe got to try harder to fucking fool you. I'm sure, I won't swear on that, but as far as I know that's the way it is. $1,000 fine just to do the tick box. So you can have an opinion, and especially when we're talking about evil. So opinion in a way. And this video of Tommy's is very, 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 very good. And it changes direction slightly a couple of times. But one of the more meaningful parts of his video is where it discusses about burning bridges. Burning bridges with family, friends, who tell you that you're wrong to not have the vaccine. And you're a bad person because you're not vaccinating and you're endangering the family or the friendship bubble. And he says he's one of those people who can burn bridges, which maybe as you guys know, that's me as well. I burnt my bridges with my children, my exes, because that was best for me. And when you listen to Tommy, you've got to do what's best for you, because just think about it. If you'd have pandered and pandered and pandered to people. Now this applies to people who've had the vaccine as well. It's like I know people who've had the vaccine. And I can respect them for having it in a way. And I don't fall out with them. Because the issue is when they turn on you for not having the vaccine. That's when the issue starts. I can quite happily talk to somebody who's had the vaccine. Like a person in, say, in my bubble. And it's when they try and disrespect me for not having the vaccine. Because it's all about respecting the other person. So it's not such a solid, it's a solid stance that when people tell you you're wrong, what they're doing is they're criticising you as though you're a dummy. You know, you've done this because you're a dummy, you're an anti-vaxxer, you're this. Well, that's what the media have programmed them to think. So they're media junkies. Whereas I see the media as just something to observe, to see what's going on. So, Tommy Sheridan, settle down, cup of tea, couple of biscuits for his video. I think it's about 50 minutes long, and it's well worth listening to. Right, another matter. I got a message yesterday from Universal Credit. Mr. O'Neill, you're 66 October, blah 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 blah. So you'll be retiring, so we'll be stopping your Universal Credit. And they've given me the details what I've got to get in touch with them for pension credits and stuff. Because I won't be getting the full pension, if part, I don't know. I actually sent off for a letter, I phoned them up the other day, last week. And he said, yeah, Mr. O'Neill, we'll get the letter to you in 2 weeks' time, the forms. I thought, is that the fucking speed you're going to work at? So I've basically got 4, 5, 6... I think I've got 7 weeks till I can retire, or retirement age. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Carry on doing a little bit of work, and whatever they give me, and then it all adds up. And then they take money off you because you're going to be on a minimum, you know. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. So these 3 days where I've done nothing, but feel a bit better for it, in a way that's helped me. But the point is, I never paid stamps when I was self-employed. Some people go, oh my God, you never contributed to national insurance. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I just knew. When I was in my early 20s, I just knew within me, deep down, not to fall for the pension trap. And it was as though there isn't going to be a pension there when you get to that age, you know, which there is, but there isn't, because the system is built on shifting sand. They're putting people's pensions ages up, they can't guarantee it. They can't guarantee it for the next 20 years. And in my book I said that Portillo, in 1994, he made a speech. And he said, take out a private pension, and don't expect a pension to be there waiting for you. And he said, you're going to have to rely on a private pension, because your national state pension might not be there. Well, what did they do? As soon as Gordon Brown, Tony Blair got in, they started taxing the private pension. Money that you've earned and you've decided to put away for your future, to help the government, you know, to help yourself, but it's your money that you could have bought things with, and you've decided to put it in a private pension. Gordon Brown started taxing it 5%, and it's probably gone up since then. So pensions are, well, what are they? When the world goes tits up, it's pensions that'll disappear, which I've always said. But I'm at that age now, and it's as though God has timed it that I've got to pension age. And I'm falling out of the system, and I'm going to be an observer of life. And God has timed it that I hit 66 in 2021. And I sit back to myself and I think, that's fucking amazing. You know, how my life's been timed. And somebody said to me, Jimmy, you need to work. You're the type of person. Well, Well, that person slowly slipped away. I enjoy work, I enjoy the job I'm doing, but I also trust God. And if God doesn't want me to work, have a job, fill my time with that work, then I'm going with God. I'm not going with, I'm that bloke who should have a little job to keep himself occupied, because God will keep me occupied. God will sort me out with something to do, and it'll be something that benefits others. And it's interesting, my lad's 18 in September, so like 4 weeks after my birthday he's 18. And I just wondered if the child support agency will stop taking fucking money off me.